Now, if you live in Florida, you know we rep Publix, but up in the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, there's a store called Wegmans, and its customers think that Wegmans is better than Publix. But don't worry, I did some digging. We're gonna do a side-by-side comparison of each grocery store. Let's get into it. Now, before we get too deep into this, all right, I've been in a Wegmans, all right, up in D.C., and y'all know I'm from Florida, so I've definitely been in a Publix. So everybody in the comments gonna be like, oh, you ain't never been in a Wegmans? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. All right, first things first, we're gonna start off with the logo, all right? Here's their logo, all right? I guess it's like a fork maybe, or a flower, a plate, possibly, and a wine glass with their name. You know, nice logo, little extra, little too much, but you know what I like about logos? If you take away the name of the business and you just give me the logo, I wanna know what it is. With this, if you take this away, I think I'm at like an Italian restaurant or something. All right, next up we got Publix, all right? Now, you know, popular, they just changed this logo about 5 years ago. But, you know, what I like about, you know, the Publix one, you know, is that if you don't put Publix with this and you just show me this, automatically people, even outside of the area, is gonna know what this is. They know this gonna be Publix, all the way in California. All right, next up. We're gonna, you know, do the entrance of these buildings. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was to pull up to a place like this, I feel like I was going to like Lowe's or Home Depot. But I'm guessing they are built like this because they're up north and, you know, the weather and the snow and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, really not welcoming. I feel like I'm going inside of a, you know, Bass Pro Shop. All right, next up, we got the entrance to Publix. Now, I'm not a fan of, you know, a lot of the entrances in Publix, but what I like about Publix is that they'll change up the look of the Publix depending on the location. It's like they're catering to the neighborhood. So if there's buildings that look like this near it, or the houses look like this near it, might be a housing development or something like that, they're gonna build the Publix to look just like it. All right, next up, we're gonna do the layout, okay? Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the layout of the Wegmans, especially the one I went to in DC, but also, I don't like the layout because I just feel like people just be all over the place. They say that they have an open floor plan, but it's so big and they have so many options inside of here that it looked like this. Like when I went into the one I went to, it looked like this. Now, when it comes to Publix, to me, honestly, I feel like these are the better ones, the ones that got the ceilings like this. But when you walk into a Publix, it ain't like you walking right into the store. It's like you walk in first, they let you get yourself together, and then you can pick which way you want to go. You want to go left or right. But when you go into a Wegmans, it's like you run right into the bakery, or sometimes you run right into the produce section. Might have been just the one I was in, but this is more welcoming. All right, now, moving on to the produce section. This is Wegmans' produce section, and something bothers me immediately. My marketing background is, you know, tingling. And the thing about it is that when I go into a grocery store, and especially if it's a nice grocery store, I don't want you to throw the prices in my face, because it brings off like Save-A-Lot or Aldi. And another thing, and I'm sure their produce section is really, really good or people wouldn't be coming here. But also at the same time, it don't look vibrant. It don't look neat. Don't look like I want to get my produce from here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm pretty sure they have really, really good produce. Now, Publix. I wanted to use this. I could have used a bunch of pictures inside of Publix, but I wanted to use this picture for a reason. If you look at the color codedness of Publix produce section, you automatically know where to go. If I'm looking for apples, I know exactly where to go. If I'm looking for red apples, I know exactly where to go. If I'm looking for oranges, bananas, the color, as soon as I bust around that corner to the produce section, you can see exactly what you want. And that's every Publix. It's not like, oh, a certain Publix in a certain area do that. No, that's a thing with them. And you don't even, half the time, you don't even see people here like organizing this. It always looks like this. Just pick a Publix. Now, this is where I feel Wegmans can give Publix a run for their money. The bakery, all right? I was looking through the, pictures in there. See, when I went, I didn't get, not the bakery. I should have. But it looks like they be throwing down. Man, look, I ain't even gonna lie, okay? Give me one of these right here. I feel bad for cutting this, boy. All right, next up, Publix Bakery. All right, they never miss, okay? They got a bunch of signature items. Key lime pie, the carrot cake, the cookies, the cupcakes, and one more thing that I gotta show y'all. I don't care what kind of event you having, birthday, anniversary, you retired, got divorced, I don't care. Get one of their cakes for the celebration. Enough said. All right, next up, we got Wegmans fried chicken, all right? This looks good. I looked at a few reviews on YouTube and, it was crunchy. People said it was delicious, but I got one question, Wegmans. Can you get an 8-piece mix in a $10 family meal? That's all I gotta ask. Now, Publix fried chicken. I don't have to say much. It speaks for itself. Everybody in America knows about this fried chicken. But, delicious, crunchy, flavorful, and it's always fresh. So, shout out to Publix. Like I said, I don't have to say much about this. Now, this is probably the part we all been waiting on, all right? The subs, okay? Now, this looks good. Don't know how it tastes, but it looks really, really good. So if you, had a Wegmans sub, please put it in the comments. How are they? Because I'll tell you one thing. If I go home and my sub smashed like this, where are the meat at? Look at that little bit of meat, bro. Nobody want that. This is Jimmy John's. Now, once again, I don't have to say much. Everybody and their mama know about a pub sub. But these are our subs here at Publix in Florida. The best thing on earth almost. The thing is that these don't miss, never. At all. Even when you take it home, it's full of meat. Yeah, full of meat, okay? I'd have did a little more to this sub. I'd have buffalo styled it, put some cheese. I'd have asked for more lettuce, okay? Maybe stacks of tomatoes, green peppers. I'd have had so much stuff on this sub. This sub would have been this big when I got home. They playing around with it. Now, again, Wegmans. I kind of feel like y'all could compete, all right, with Publix in the seafood department because they got a Japanese market in theirs. Publix ain't got that. To be honest, and to be fair, y'all changing the game with this, bro. If I could go inside of a grocery store, feel me, and they got all these fish laid out like I'm at a real market, you can catch me here every day. All right, next up, Publix seafood section, all right? It's a little smaller. Well, it's a lot smaller. And no razzle-dazzle, nothing fancy. But everything you get, inside of this case going to be fresh, all right? And the lady that's going to be behind there, or the guy that's going to be behind there, it's going to be super polite to you. It's going to make me feel like you the only customer they had all day. All right, I'm running out of time. I could have did way more, but I'm going to hit y'all with some facts real quick, all right? So in 1916, Wegmans opened up. Two brothers, they opened it up. It is still now owned by family members of the Wegmans. And they only got about 100 stores. So for them to have 100 stores and this many people are fighting for them in this battle, that says a lot. Now, Publix opened their doors in 1930, all right? And just in Florida alone, they got about 900 stores, and they have other stores throughout the southeast of the United States. But they may not be the #1 store, all right, in America. I think it's like a, farm grocery store, seed and table type thing. But they're definitely the most popular. They're definitely the most talked about, and they definitely got the best subs and fried chicken in the grocery store game. Now, these two stores do have comparisons. They both were produce stands when they started, but Wegmans are huge. They're like 90,000 square foot. Most grocery stores are about 40,000 square foot. So they do have comparisons, but they look nothing alike, and they're both great stores. So y'all stop comparing them, all right? The more you know. Peace.